Oliver Mucha vom Sportinformationsdienst. Hallo, Herr Nagelsmann. Sie haben vor dem Turnier verraten, dass Sie
Hello, Coach. Before the tournament, you said that you had an emergency plan for the tournament. And when did you take it out tonight? And how content are you with the performance? Well, I didn't use this plan. We substituted, which was quite obvious, the substitutions. And we scored the equalizer. We wanted to play this cross like that, and at the end I think this point is well deserved. We risked a lot in this phase of the game because we could have conceded a second goal. By the way, we conceded it, but it was offside. But of course we had to risk a lot. It was a very strong group, very good match. I think we had 9-4 shots on goal, 158 of the one-on-ones. So I think it was very well deserved that we came back. I think in the first half-time we did it very well tactically in the defense and the offense. If we would have scored the first goal in the 17th minute, if that would have counted, I think it would have been very difficult for Switzerland. But all in all, it was a very good opponent. It was a very exciting match, and the stadium was very loud. So first of all, congratulations for the group win. Nico Schlotterbeck came for Jonathan Tah. Could this be a sign that he will be in the starting 11 for the round of 16? Well, him or Waldemar Anton, both would have deserved the starting 11. I said it in all press conferences that I trust all of my players. For Schlotterbeck, it was quite difficult today because he had to take the risk also. There were many spaces, but he did a great job. And Waldemar Anton also has a very good attitude during training sessions. He would have deserved to play already. By the way, I thought about it, but because of the result, it was quite difficult to make a substitution on this position again. And all the other substitutes, like Fülle, he scores. Then after that, Maxi goes to David, and they all celebrate together. So it's really a special team spirit. The guys, they have to keep it because it's really something special that can lead to something bigger. Julian, you played now for the third time with the same starting 11. Today there were a few headers, and then Niklas Füllkrug always made good use of the few minutes you gave him. Could you say maybe now that he's very close to the first starting 11, that maybe he gets his place in the starting 11? Yes, he has the chance, but Kai also has the chance. He had 3 good chances. Unfortunately, this header, he shot it on his own shoulder today, but I think in general he made a good game. And Füllkrug, yeah, it's those moments where we really need him, and he delivers the arguments for both jobs, playing in the starting 11 or coming from the bench. So yes, it's good luck and bad luck for him that he's so good in that role. It was a superb goal. It wasn't that easy, this header. And now he has one more week to give it everything during trainings. And then we'll see against whom we play in the round of 16 and prepare the match. Following question, how happy are you that you have a classic 9 on the bench? Yeah, very content. That's why we took him with us. I think Kai also can play a central forward, and Füllkrug is a different player type, and it also depends on what we need during a certain phase of the match. I think in the beginning it was really good with Kai because he's quick, The spaces were really tight, but we need those players who can go quickly into those narrow spaces. We could have led already also with the chance of Ilkay. And so in the first 15 minutes, we already had 3 good chances, all with the same style, with the same combinations. And yeah, then we had to risk more in the second half. Of course, we have Jamal and Florian who can do lots of dribbles and lots of passes, but with the substitutions we had more physicality on the pitch. Then we took also Antonio a little bit more to the front, so that was really a lot of risk. But yeah, who doesn't dare risk doesn't get to draw in this case.
First of all, congratulations for being the first in the group. And the question is about being struggling so a lot, especially with the striker. Already many questions I've heard from colleagues. Don't you have like a plan C, plan D when Kai Havertz is not delivering, especially in the headings?
As I mentioned in German, I repeated in English. It's always important that you have players from the bench who can decide games or shoot an equalizer. It's important for the knockout stage, but also for the group stage as well, as you've seen today. We prepare the opponents, we create a plan, we try to give the players the special spaces. We analyze and then we decide for a starting lineup. And after that, we need players from the bench who can come in and are kind of different to the players who begin the game. So we did like that today, and we tried to play a bit more crosses in the last couple of 10, 12 minutes because the Swiss team closed the space in front of their box. It was not that easy to play through the middle. They tried to get some ball-winning moments for counterattacks in this phase of the game. So at the end, we tried to fix some players in their defense row to have more space on the wing, to get some earlier crosses, like David did brilliant in this situation, and was a brilliant finishing moment of Fülle. So we need every player on the bench. Every player could be very, very important for us in every situation. So we're happy with the players who start into the game, and also the players who come from the bench and decide the game or shoot the equalizer.
Hallo, Arne Richter von dpa. Herr Nagelsmann, wie werden Sie denn am Dienstagabend den Fußballabend verbringen? Gemeinsam mit der Mannschaft, um den nächsten Gegner anzuschauen, oder lieber mit Ihrem Trainerteam, um gleich Analysen machen?
Tuesday, will you watch the matches to see your opponent, or will you start right away the analysis? Well, we already prepared all the opponents, because it could be any team of the 4, and I think also they are having parallel matches. I'm not really sure, so we couldn't watch all 4 teams anyway. Yeah, but anyway, we have a big screen outside. Many players are watching many games there, but it's really crazy with the mosquitoes out there, so it's not that easy to watch a game. But of course, we have our 2 scouts, our 2 analysts, Leo and Freddy, who already did a few clips about all 4 opponents, so we can have a look at them and prepare towards everything that could await us once we know on Wednesday morning against whom we'll play. It's a really long time of preparation. We have 2 more days to prepare. Maybe the opponent is not that happy about that. But yeah, one of those 4 only has to prepare for 1 team. We have to prepare for 4 teams, so it's kind of just, and may the best win on Saturday. And yes, I don't know really has problems with his thigh, but I can't say exactly. I want to talk again about the opponents. There are quite a few people who wish the classic against England, but you could wish also for Denmark, who's not really easy as an opponent. How do you see it? Do you have any preferences No, there's no preference because I don't have any influence on that. That's why it doesn't make sense to have a preference. I think the law of the tournament is that opponents are getting better and better because they qualified for the next round. I didn't play so many tournaments, but that's what I would guess about how a tournament works. The further you get, the stronger the opponents are getting. I think all 4 possible opponents are difficult to play. But after 2 days, we thought there would be a clearer image in this group, which is not the case. So, yeah, it doesn't make sense to speak about preferences. And if it's then, if it won't be the preference, then the press will write, oh no, it's the most feared opponent of Nagelsmann. Mr. Nagelsmann, I wanted to ask about your substitutions. You already talked a little bit about that. You said that you wanted to have more pace in the game, but you brought first of all Maxi Bayer, but we expected maybe Niklas Füllkrug first. So does that mean that first of all you wanted to bring pace, and then as a second means you wanted to bring the crosses and the headers? Well, I still had the feeling that Switzerland wanted to score a second goal. They had many transition moments where they had many people, many players behind the ball. They also had this shot of Xhaka, which Manu saved very well. So they gave us some space behind the line of defense. But then played everything in front of the line and didn't give us too much space. So we wanted to change our personnel to give different tasks to the opponent. So that meant that we need more crosses, we need taller players. That's why we brought David and Fülle, who embody this. One can play very well crosses, the other can play very well headers. And then we also took Antonio Rüdiger a little bit more to the front in order to increase that header power, which worked in the end with a very good header that he scored really very well. I'd like to speak again about the goal of Füllkrug. In 2006, there were this moment where Neville scored against Poland in the last minute. The whole stadium exploded back then. The atmosphere was insane. Did you think about that maybe a little bit earlier? And maybe this moment could be the start of something special? Well, no, I didn't think about the situation. I think I was too much captured of the here and now. But yes, I'd say if you'd write if you were writing a script, you'd rather have a 4-0. But I guess a game like this is more emotional. Also in the lockers, the atmosphere was really good, and I think yes, also for the stadium, it was really important because it was very silent for a long time, and then a little moment, explosive moment like this at the end of the game, it wasn't the worst thing that could happen. Could you maybe name the good qualities of Switzerland, and is Switzerland now one of the secret favorites of the tournament? Well, I don't know. If I should analyze your team, that's your coach's job, but yeah, if you want, you're one of the secret favorites. It's a very good team who defends very good. Akanji made an extraordinary match, held the whole defense together. Of course, he's coming off a very good season. He's very robust, very physical. And I already said it before the match, the Swiss have a very good mix between experienced players and young, hungry players. The goal was scored in an extraordinary way, a very beautiful goal. Unfortunately, it won't be in any of the videos of the nicest goals of the tournament, I think, but for me it was one of the nicest so far. So yeah, they have this mix of pace, robustness, and they play good football. And I think in the first half we played very good against them, also in defense, especially against such a strong team. Thank you very much.